What happened with AMC stock today with the price movement? Is this actually a good thing? Is this a bad thing? What can we really interpret from this? Well, I'm just going to share with you my own personal opinion on this. Just keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, and everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. And I encourage you guys, as always, to go do your own research and anyways, let's go ahead and dive on into this. So if we take a look at the price action movement for the day, we can see that it closed out just barely down 0.68%. This is a very minor move down by comparison of yesterday's closeout date, right? But we saw a huge amount of volume once again. This is 2 days in a row. We're over 200 million shares in volume. Absolutely amazing. And as you guys can see, since it is slightly down, it leads off this belief that we have a little bit of some selling pressure going on. And overall, there was this back and forth of motion. So is there any potential margin calls that were taking place? Potentially. I could see that being on the table for sure. I think new people are trying to enter into call options now because maybe they feel like now is the opportunity if this thing's getting ready to squeeze. But just keep in mind, guys, that with short-term call options, if you don't actually fall within the money, the thing is the premium that you paid for, that goes to the market makers, and that just gives them more fuel, more money to be able to keep doing a lot of the manipulation that they've been doing. So that's not really a good thing. And what we're seeing right now is still hanging out right around the same level on this Fibonacci sequence at the 0.236. So I'm looking at primary resistance here around $44.34. In the aftermarket hours, we're seeing it down just slightly at $43.54. With what we have coming out next week, there's new regulations that are being enforced. A lot of this stuff rolling into September 1st is supposed to be leaning towards helping us as the regular retail investors. Margin call requirements, changes, things like that. So it's very exciting times, and a lot of people are looking at these as potentially, right, not for sure, but these are potentially the things that we need in play to really be that catalyst to finally get the squeeze to take action, right? So I think the pullback today, the high level of volume today, shows that we've established some strength in this position right here. If the sentiment comes in tomorrow and this begins to rally, I think a lot of the paper hands would have actually taken their positions as of today, right? Now, I don't know for sure what's going to happen tomorrow, but if I was to choose one direction or another, I'm leaning towards the positive on this. The only side that's kind of pushing me towards the negative is that maybe they're going to try and do one last major push off going down before these things get fully enforced next week so that they're at a low of a position as possible. But something you need to keep in mind too is these major institutions are joining in and they're playing ball with this as well. And it's not like every single one of these exchanges has the payment for order flow. So you look at different exchanges like, for example, Fidelity, you're trying to get directly more access to purchasing these through the light market, through the New York Stock Exchange. It's a very interesting time right now, seeing how all the big money is actually coming into play as well. And you guys are seeing it is having an impact. Obviously, the price shooting up over 20% yesterday and holding its ground today. Did it close out in the red? Yes. But if you ask me, I think that's kind of a good thing that it closed out just barely in the red. That means we got some cool down and then we can allow the momentum to continue on. So let's see what happens for tomorrow. Some other quick side notes just to point out for you guys. As far as what is going on with shares available to borrow, there's 500,000 according to Stonko Tracker. Keep in mind this doesn't track every single one of these. It's just a small amount of resources it pulls from, but it still gives us a generalized idea. It would be amazing if they could actually pull from everything, but I don't know what the possibility of that is. Then we got 2.2 million ETF shares available to borrow. As far as calls that are out of the money, currently there's 139,000. There's almost 100,000 that are in the money. Those do expire on Friday. Keep that in mind. And then we also have, as far as for the dark pool activity, over 60%. Once again, this is for yesterday. This is 63.9% on the dark pool. AMC for Citadel, they're trying to raise $1.2 billion in cash. They called up $500 million from Melvin Capital. This is something that's previously reported on. And they're also trying to make a $600 million bond issue. Check that out. And then according to Ortex, they said short squeeze trading signal. Short squeeze signal is generated based on the recent price increase in the high shorting level in AMC. Ortex trading signals are based on historical performance and are not investment advice. This looks very promising for sure. Once again, let us know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you feel like this is that final push? We're starting to get going in that right direction here, and we're actually going to make our way going up? Or do you think some other shenanigan is potentially going to be coming into play here very soon? So I think that we have the best opportunity, given the circumstances right now, right around September 1st. Anything leading up to that, it's hit or miss, in my opinion. But yeah, you guys let us know. I got referral links in the description if you want to earn free cryptocurrency or free stock. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Definitely appreciate it if you guys do that. It helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. And feel free to share this video on social media. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next episode.